What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is October 3, 2023. It is Tuesday, 6:20 p.m. and we're closed for the day. So yeah, guys, very good day today. A lot of sales, a lot of everything. Profitable day. I love it. Steady business, right? We love the tire shop business. And yeah, barely starting off the week. It's already been very strong. And I just love it, man. I just feel like so blessed, man. I love this business. And we got many years ahead of us if everything goes good, right? Yeah, so speaking about that, you never know when this bad things are gonna happen. Bad things happen to good people all the time. It can be anybody. And I've seen it happen to very good people that I know. And it wasn't their fault. Things happened. Lots of things have happened to me too in the past. But luckily I was, come around there and pull it out even stronger. And, it's all about, fixing our problems and trying to get to, move forward in the business and in personal wealth building, right? Because it goes with your whole things of you trying to do things of growing your business and then growing your net worth, right? Two different things. But yeah, so pretty much. If you're an experienced tire shop owner listening to my videos, you see that I'm big into real estate, and some people don't like it, like Mr. Renee don't like real estate much. But if you really understood more about it, Mr. Renee, I think that if you know how do that math of return on equity, not on return on cash flow, return on ROI, right? It's a huge difference of making a property worth more, and your money just turns into hundreds of thousands instead of cash flow every month, right? Anyways, the point is this: you never know when things are gonna go bad south, and that's why in the tire shop business you wanna build it like that. In my opinion, you wanna prepare for that. In my opinion. And things happen that you have no power over it. If it does happen, you can try to maneuver out of it if you want to, or just get out of the business and do something else, right? Anyways, I'm gonna talk about the ownership of how things run in the tire shop business. And this is the whole outlook of it, the whole grand scheme of things, right? So check it out. So the way I do things, the way I pretty much believe in, if you want to build a very successful tire business and also build wealth at the same time, you have to have two things. One, the tire shop business, to own your own business and to build high cash flow. And the second thing is to invest your cash flow and grow that even larger than your tire shop business. So you need both things. You need your right hand and your left hand when you're gonna fight. And the same thing with the tire shop business and real estate is you're gonna have your real estate, you build your business, build it strong, and then once it's successful, let's say after, in my opinion, if you do everything right, 5 years, you're a good, solid business. I have a lot of business. You have good money, cash flowing, a lot of inventory. It's set. You're just ready to now go to the next phase of saving money. So let's say in year 5 and up, you start saving money to start, investing in other things that can take you much more further up than tire shop business, right? But at the same time, you can always grow more into your own tire shop business, which I advise to you guys keep growing it at the same time. But investing money somewhere else, like in real estate, I mean, there's just no limit with how much you can make with that, and how safe it is, by the way. You're buying a piece of property, tangible property, that has title, and no one can steal it under you. You know, you have cash flow every month, and for the future, every year you own that piece of property, is just better and better and better. You pay down your mortgage, the equity goes up, your cash flow goes higher if you're doing everything right, and the equity goes bigger, and most importantly. And so pretty much the way it's structured is you build it and then you invest it, right? You build it and then you invest it. So let's say you build it and then you're investing, and then you know, years down the line, you know, you can do other avenues. But let's say during that time you built it, let's say you're in year 15, right? I've seen this all the time, and it can even happen to me, you know, anybody, right? So you know, you have a little bit of money, and then you save it, and then you save more. You start hustling, selling tires on the internet. You start making more. You start saving more. You become a pro now of selling tires online, and you just do it more, and then you start saving way more, and then you get yourself a tire shop, right? And then you get yourself a tire shop, and then you start all over again. You start investing in your equipment. You start investing in your tires, and then time goes by. You become successful in it, and then you're just every day running it like money every single day. I just do the damn thing every single day, and the same pretty much result happens every single day. You're just very consistent, right? And so, like, when you get in the business, so right, when you get in the business, you don't have a lot of money to, like, you know, buy a property up front. Some of you might, you know, maybe you're coming from another business, or maybe you're coming from a high income job, and you can afford to put a down payment and buy a property and start off with the property, especially like other places down in California where it's a lot cheaper, right? In California, it's like, all right, the starter property, a small one, $1 million. What the hell, right? Like, okay, you got to make like a lot of money to buy a $1 million property out here. But in the East Coast, you can be like $500,000 property or less, and you can afford that and buy it. And that's how you start out in the business. But most of us, you're gonna start off renting a place. So you want to get in a tire shop business, you're gonna find a place and you're gonna rent it, and that's how you usually start the thing. So then later on, if you want to go bigger, once you already have your 5 years established, you already have cash, so, you know, you can buy a property now. You can jump into a bigger property, and then you buy a property, or same size, but now you own it, right? And so then the other route is you can just continue renting, and the benefit is that if you pay low amount of rent, right? Compared to like if you barely got in. So let's say you've been renting the place for like 15 years, just an example. And because you're good every month, you're paying on, you know, you gotta pay on time, man, if you want to freaking be really good with this. But let's say you've been paying on time every month for like 15 years, no problems. You don't never call the landlord that, oh, you have leaks here and repair there, and you know, that's just gonna call for him to raise the rent later on by a lot and whatever, right? But if you don't do that, on average, they don't really mess with you, and they just keep the same rent. Every time you do a lease bump on price, it's gonna be a little bit, not much, a few hundred, right, a month. But every like 5-7 year leases, just an example, on average, right? Because you have long-term leases when it comes to renting a shop. The longer the better, though. Anybody watching, if you guys are gonna barely get into the business, the longer the lease, the better it is, because you have the same price for many years. The landlords don't like that, but they'll gladly do it if they have a super solid tenant. They're not gonna worry about, you know, it would be like this. All right, I'll do that long-term lease, but I don't want any repairs. You do all the repairs. Like me, I do all the repairs to my place. I never bother nobody for nothing. And so the benefit is you get low rent for many years, because every year rents increase by, like, on average out here in Cali, like 9% a year, right? But if you have no rent increases for many years, 9%, that's like 50%, like in 5 years, just an example, around there, then you know, you're saving a lot of money every single month. The bad thing is that you can be kicked out because one day they're gonna sell the property. It's just worth way more. You're paying a little bit compared to like what it's worth, and they're like, oh, screw this. Or another way is they don't care about the cash flow. They just want to, you know, have it, you know, everybody's happy. They have a lot of money, a lot of other properties. They don't care about your cash flow, but it's steady, low headaches. They're not gonna worry about you. They'll worry about something else, but they're not gonna worry about you. And then one day they die because they get old, and then the property goes to the kids, and then the kids don't want a property. They're like, fuck this, I want money. I want to live right now. And then they sell it, or they just have a bunch of like family members. Some people understand real estate, some people don't, and then they just sell, and then you're screwed, right? And then it's like, oh shit, now I gotta get out and find a new place to rent, which is you can, but you're gonna find places way more expensive than what you currently had when your lease is up. Or you can go buy another, or now you can buy a property now if you want, but you gotta prepare for that day if that happens. If you plan one day to, oh yeah, I will get kicked out, I'm gonna save and show my books, you know, report everything so I can afford that property when it comes time to buy a property. Well, whatever you want to do, right? They just say some people don't even prepare for that day, and just like one day it just comes. Oh shit, what now, right? I've seen it happen many ways in this business. Again, I've known so many freaking people in this business and owners, and that's happened to them, and they buy or they're planning to buy, but the point is now they have a mortgage, and the mortgage is like, you know, 3-4 times what they were paying in rent. The good thing is it's still in the same place. The bad thing is like all their cash flow is eating up. So now it's like this. You've been in the game for like 15 years, and you're starting over now because now you have a mortgage of like triple or quadruple the price. So now your play is this. Now it's like, forget the cash flow. It's all about making my money on the real estate now. And in reality, that's where you're gonna make your big money, is on the real estate, and not on the cash flow. So that's not a too bad play. It's bad in the near 5 years because you're gonna like suffer big time. It's like starting all over again. But you're still gonna be working on that. But it's like, damn, like I work so hard, like no money, just it's all going to the freaking payment, right? But anyway, so like, how do you prepare for that, and how do you set yourself up for that? You never know what's gonna happen to you. So it's like this. It's like, I know it's gonna be all kind of off the subject, but it's kind of like, do you want to be the best shop in your city or in nearby cities, or do you want to be a profitable shop, like a high profitable shop, right? And both of those ways going to your goals is like, of course, you like buying a lot of inventory and investing a lot of money in your business so you can get a lot of customers. But it's two different goals. It's like, one is like, I don't care how much money I'm gonna be like broke, whatever, but I'm just spending all my money in my shop. Every time I need inventory, I'm gonna order it right away, and pretty much all the money's just gonna keep going to the shop, and just like you choke and grow for years, right? And the other way is, I don't care about being the best, but I want to make sure I make a lot of money so I can do something else with my money. In this case, like, again, real estate, right? You buy real estate and you buy throughout the years, right? Throughout the years. And slowly but surely, right? Like they say, you know, to get rich is like with real estate, it's like, it's not a quick rich scheme. It's a get rich slow thing, right? It's like for sure you're gonna get rich that way. Like one day if you keep doing it for years, if you're doing it the right way, right? But back to the topic is like, when you're building, either way you're gonna go, now you have two avenues what you're gonna do with your money, right? One is like, for sure, invest more, buy more new, keep growing, and just never stop doing that. And it's like all your money's gonna be stuck and tied up in your business. And it's like, yeah, you're gonna have a strong business, and your cash flow is gonna be even more and more and more but it's gonna go all back in. So it's like you don't really keep much for yourself, right? Or the other way is like, all right, like I'll do that once in a while, but that's not my main goal. My main goal is to get assets, get properties, and from there I'm gonna like make my, you know, my big money there. You know, it just, you know, there's no comparison when it comes to like real estate income, or not even income, sorry, like growth, and like if you're doing things the right way compared to like a tire shop, right? There's just, you know, the income's gonna be cash flowing more in the tire shop, but like you can make millions and millions in real estate, and it's like a tire shop is like you can make like, you know, good income, like live every day, no problem, your expenses, right? And so when you're making your choices, it's like, all right, you know, X amount of dollars came in, I gotta, you know, pay my bill, because you get a big bill every week. If you're moving a lot of volume, I get a big bill every week for my stuff. But it's like, okay, my personal income, let's say that if I'm gonna like use it and pay that off, use the business income, pay that off, and at the same buy more tires and more this and more that, or it's like, okay, that's enough, I'm happy with the size of the shop, and it's like whatever happens with the inventory, whatever, but now I'm gonna invest it in something that's gonna make me even more money long term. And eventually, by the way, it's gonna be like, I don't need to do anything in the future, because like that money is just gonna grow on its own, and it's gonna be shooting income that I don't even gotta work, period. Compared to a tire shop, is like, yes, you can semi make it where you don't have to be here sometimes, but if you want to keep it at a high level, you have to be here. Like there's no way around it. If you don't come in, there's gonna be a big ass mess. There's gonna be like a lot of tires missing because you're not there all the time. So you can't do that, and that's where people get stuck with the business long term when they're old, and it's like, all I had was a business and I passed it down with my kids, just an example, right? And if they didn't buy any real estate, it's like, man, it's like that's all they had, and which is a great business, and you know it keeps going to the next generation, but it's like they had nothing for themselves that was like, you know, no income driven, you know, asset or assets that will like, you know, will be passed on again by the next generation, but it'll grow even more if you just keep treating it right and keep making it grow, right? Doing the right things you should be doing to grow the real estate business, just an example. Which it doesn't take much, but I mean it takes a lot of work, but I'm saying it doesn't take much compared to a shop. Like a shop is like you gotta be there every day, all day, you know, busting your ass at work and like, you know, doing accounting and stuff like that. Compared to like I can have it ran by somebody else, and I only have like 2 hours a week to deal with this, right? But yeah, I mean it's gonna be your choice one day. If you succeed in the tire shop business, it's gonna be like that. It's one. Do you want to be like the best shop in the city or in the nearby cities, or do you want to have a very profitable business that you can you know, grow your net worth even more by doing other things than not just the tire shop business? So I'll just leave you guys with that, but I'll see you guys next time. Mamba out.